It's Ash from Super Videos back for another video. This is gonna be my things you may have missed and Easter eggs for 7/14, which was called The Other Side. So let's get right into this. So the first thing that was in the opening scene, which was the preparation of the Hilltoppers, and at the beginning we did see a scene with the blacksmith making some sort of weapon. Now that is a hint at the war to come, so it's like foreshadowing that they're going to be using these weapons in the war, but also it's an Easter egg for the blacksmith himself, Earl Sutton. Now, in the comics, Earl Sutton's story is very much related to some other character's story that I'm not going to spoil for people here, but that is basically the Easter egg for that. We actually do see Earl Sutton preparing for fighting as well. He's actually practicing with the knife as well, which is very cool. But we haven't actually been officially introduced to Earl yet. I'm very excited to see that happen on screen as well. Then the next thing, the intro, which is from the pre-credit scene, is actually out of order. So the end of that intro with Rosita coming to Sasha saying that I have a plan, I need you, that was actually the ending scene of 7/12. So the intro of 7/14 is actually out of order. Then the next thing, which I think most comic fans have been not really waiting for, but they had it at the back of their minds, which was if they were gonna stick with Jesus's characteristics from the comics in the TV show. And as we saw, he did make a subtle hint about that in his conversation with Maggie. So at this point we are now sure that Jesus has the same sexuality in the TV show as he does in the comics, and that he is in fact gay in the TV show as well. Then the next thing, bullets in the hollowed out book. That's actually a direct reference to Glenn, because if you remember, in season 6, right after Glenn survived the fake out death after he got out from under the dumpster, when he came back to Alexandria to the church with Enid, that's actually something he said. He said, look at the Bibles, some of them could be hollowed out and there could be bullets inside. So this was a direct reference to that. Sasha's necklace, it's actually the necklace that Rosita made for Abraham and gave to him. Now, Abraham did not give this necklace to Sasha. If you remember, when they first went to the hilltop, when one of the members of the hilltop was choking Abraham out, when he left, the necklace was actually on the ground. So Sasha just took that necklace off the ground and kept it for herself, knowing that it was Abraham's. Now, she may not have known that Rosita made it, but still, I don't think people realized that Abraham didn't actually give this to Sasha. She just took it herself. Then, when we have Simon and Gregory talking, Simon gives Gregory directions how to find him in case someone tries to take over the hilltop, so that Simon can actually help him take care of a situation of that nature. Now, I think Simon gave Gregory directions to one of the outposts, not the directions to the sanctuary itself, because it would be out of character for Simon to do something like that. Does Simon really trust Gregory that much to give him directions to the sanctuary? I don't think so. I think it's just directions to one of the outposts. And Simon probably set it up so that if Gregory goes to that outpost and asks for Simon, then Simon would be able to get in contact with Gregory that way. Then the last thing, which is the biggest unknown from this episode, is who was in the shadows. Now, I did a separate video on this, but I'm just going to follow it up with saying that we now know for sure that this is Dwight. Now, I gave my opinions about why I think it's Dwight in my other video, but someone in my other video actually pointed something out which was very cool. They said that if you take a look at the crossbow from the shadow person, it has like a rectangular top. Now, if you take a look at the crossbow that Daryl had, the one he took from the kingdom, and the crossbow that Dwight has, you see that the crossbow that Daryl has a more triangular top, and the one that Dwight has a more rectangular top. So the one that Dwight has matches more with the one that was in the possession of the person in shadows. So this further proves that this person in shadows was actually Dwight, not Daryl. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll be back for another video.